Hi BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. Today is the 28th of February. It is about, what time is it today? It's about 10:30 in the morning, and yes, I am coming to you with just a sit-down video. I did start vlogging this week, and then the week kind of fell off the rails. It was not a good reading week for me, you guys. I don't often get in reading slumps or whatever. I don't even know if I call it a slump, but just I got busy doing other things and I wasn't reading. And then the one book that I was trying to read to finish for the Book Sisters Book Club, which was Southern Storms by Brittany Cherry. I will leave link to the live show that Brie and Chloe and I did yesterday because I'll give you my full thoughts on that. I actually ended up DNFing that book. Not because I had a big issue with it. There were just small issues that I had with it, and I just was not interested. And I think that reading a book that you're not interested in, like typically I would have just said forget it and not bothered continuing. But because we were doing it for the book club, part of me was really trying to get it done. So I think that I just have to realize that even if it's for a book club or something like that, it's okay if I'm not enjoying the book to just say forget it. Because once I made the decision to put it down, I just wanted to read all the other things. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, that was like late on Friday. So over the course of yesterday, I did read two things yesterday, but they were both graphic novels. They were issues number 8 and number 9 in the Giant Days series. And I think that's exactly what I needed, was just something quick, something easy, something just to get back into the reading swing of things. So I'm not going to sit here and review these for you guys, even though I did put ratings up on Goodreads. I gave both of them 4 stars. I'll just show you guys the covers here. They were super, super cute. Again, I am such a fan of this series. Bind up, I should say. These are comic bind up. They're not graphic novels per se, but I think a lot of people incorrectly use the term, even though that's not what it is. But anyway, so there are 4 issues in each bind up. So the second one, so number 9, which is here, this one actually finishes their second year at university. So a part of me, because it kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, I was so tempted to go onto Hoopla and grab the 10th volume. I'm like, no. I want to start reading some other things right now. So we'll see. If I feel like it during the month of March, I might pick up the next 2. There's only a few more left. And that kind of makes me sad because this is such a good series. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Giant Days, it is essentially about 3 friends in university in the UK. They're not friends at the very beginning. They are roommates, and then they become friends, and it's kind of their trials and tribulations. So I really can't get into what these 2 volumes kind of are about because they're in their second year. So much stuff has happened, yada, yada, yada. But it's really good. It's not for little ones. It's not for younger, it's definitely for a more mature audience. There's drinking and, other things like that are involved in here. But yeah, this is just charming. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I am so, so happy that I went ahead and read it. So yay. Oh, and I wanted a side note because when I did my video on Friday, my, the clue tag that I did on Friday, someone in the comments commented about the fact that I was using my Samsung tablet and I had said that it was dead. And it was, but my husband resurrected it. It just needed to be reset or something like that. So yeah, so I've been using this again. I still love my Kindle Fire, don't get me wrong. Like that thing is great, but this is great because I also use this for cross stitch. That there's a great program called Pattern Keeper, and there's also a knitting program that I have, but this screen is just so much bigger and it's a lot nicer to use for something like that. And it's also great for me to be able to show you guys all the things here because this video is going to be short, you guys. That was my book reviews for the week and we're only 5 minutes in. So yeah, this is going to be really short and sweet. It is what it is. I hope you guys are cool with that. I'm sure you guys are cool with that. So I don't know what I'm going to do for next, like going forward. I do love doing the vlogs, but for me, it tends to be the same thing. It's still just sit down. It seems to happen throughout the course of the week because not a lot of interesting stuff happens. So I'm going to try something next week that's a little bit different. I'm going to kind of do both, a sit down and a vlog all in one. So let's see how it works. I will let you guys know, you guys will see. So stay tuned for that next Sunday. Again, just trying something a little bit different. And I thought it might be a little bit of fun, but I want to get into what I'm currently reading. And I decided, because it's the last day of February. If I really wanted to, I could go ahead and read like 3 more issues of Giant Days, like 3 more bind ups of Giant Days, and just like have like a grand old day. But a part of me really, really wants to start my March books. Really wants to start my March books. And I think that was part of it this week as well, that I've been just so excited about everything happening in March that I was kind of done with February this week. Do you know what I mean? Not that I wasn't enjoying the books I was reading in February, because I did. A lot of them were really, really good, and I read some great books in February. But I think I was just ready for the next month. Do you know what I mean? So I have not read an ebook in a couple weeks. I just haven't had any urge to pick up an ebook, an audiobook, excuse me. But I am going to start an audiobook today when I sit and do a little bit of cross stitching this afternoon. I'm going to be starting Flipped for Murder by Maddie Day. This is the first book in the, what is it called? A Country Store Mystery Series. I read, I think, book 8 or 9 in December or November. It was a Christmas themed book. And it's about a woman who runs a little country store. Like, it's a country store and a restaurant all in one. So yeah, and of course murder is afoot. And yeah, I really, really enjoy this. I really enjoyed the one that I read before, so I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it. I hope to get it done this week. But yeah, I am super excited about starting a new audiobook. So that's, of course, for March Mystery Madness, one of the mystery books that I have on docket for that. The other is a middle grade book. You guys are going to laugh. Now, I have so many books to read, and I actually do this every month. I can't show you guys because it's actually on my phone. But I have a program that's like a random wheel, like you spin a wheel, and you can go on and create your own wheel, and I did, and I listed every single book I have to read in March. And what I do is when it's time to pick a new book is I literally spin the wheel and decide which book it is that I am going to read. So I spun the wheel for my first book in March, and it's a middle grade one. And it's the one I'm probably the most excited about, so I cannot wait. I'll be starting Alone by Megan E. Freeman. This is about a 12-year-old girl named Maddie. Is it Maddie? It is Maddie. And the author of the other book's name is Maddie. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So her name is Maddie. She wants to do the sleepover with her girlfriends. So they kind of like do something in secret, and however it works, I'm not exactly sure. But she wakes up the next morning and the entire town has been evacuated and she is alone. Her and not a German Shepherd, a Doberman, I think. Is that the dog? Is it a Doberman? A Rottweiler named George for companionship. All the books she can read and whatever food and resources she can forage. She must figure out how to navigate this new reality, and it just sounds so good. It's actually told in verse. So this will be a super quick read. If I don't get halfway through this today, I will be surprised. So yeah, so I am super, super excited about reading this one, and I cannot wait to get started. So the last thing, guys, like I said, super short. I'm like at 9 minutes right now. So cheers, coffee break. I made this like 2 hours ago and it's still warm. Gotta love a good thermos, right, you guys? I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a book haul because I have gotten a couple books in this week, and I thought I would show you, because usually what I would do in the vlogs is open these and show you. So for Valentine's Day a couple weeks ago, my husband gave me a gift certificate to Amazon. So I went ahead and I had ordered The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. It's just over here, over on my right there. But because I had the money, I decided to get 2, and I treated myself to a second hardcover book. So I got that one on hardcover. I wanted another new release hardcover because I don't buy myself hardcovers just because, why? You know, like they're expensive. You know, why not buy the ebook? But this one I was super excited about. I actually have this from the publisher as an e-arc, but I really wanted a physical copy of it, and it was released on Tuesday. So the book I got, the other book from my husband, is Quiet in Her Bones by Nalini Singh. So this is a thriller, and I am super, super excited about it. I really enjoyed A Madness of Sunshine, which was the other thriller that she wrote. It says, in this gripping thriller set in New Zealand, New York Times bestselling author Nalini Singh takes you into the twisted world of an exclusive cul-de-sac located on the edge of a sprawling forest. And it's about a woman vanishing, and then 10 years later they find her bones, and there's missing money. But yeah, this just looks so, so good. And I talked about this book briefly as well in my clue tag video, because I used it for the prompt of Conservatory, which is a book with plants or flowers or something on the cover. And there's clearly like this forest here. And even though I already have 30 books on my TBR for the month of March, I added this one. So I added this one to the wheel. So we'll see if I get it or not. I will read it if I have time. But yeah, if not, I might just have to add it to my April TBR for some reason. So we shall see. And then the other one I got, speaking of books to add to an April TBR, this one looks so good. And I had no idea it was going to be this big. But I'm slowly trying to collect all of Tilly Tennant's books in print book. And this is one that I have not read, and it's called The Spring of Second Chances. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the size of this thing. It's heavy. It's like legitimately heavy. It's like the paper is just a bit thicker than normal. This comes in at 508 pages. So yeah, so I might have to add this one as well to my April TBR. Again, spring. Right? So it says it's an absolutely perfect and uplifting romantic comedy. So I am all in for that. 27-year-old Phoebe has spent the last year living under dark clouds. This spring, she is determined to embrace blue skies and new beginnings. But will she have the strength to open her heart to love for a second time? So yeah, I am so excited. And I cannot wait to read this one either. So, guys, that's it. That's really all that I have. You know, I don't really have much to talk about today either, because it's just been a pretty basic week. I went to work, and I didn't go to work. I was at home, working from home. And this next week I'm working from home as well, but I'm actually off on Friday. I am so excited about that. I have, I booked a vacation day because it's my birthday. And my, what is it? The 13th anniversary of my 29th birthday. My niece started saying that a couple years ago, but of course adding to it every year. And it's charming. And it sounds so much better than in my 40s. So yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I, of course, have nothing planned. It's COVID. There's nothing. I mean, I live in a town where there's a lot of stuff open. Like, you can go to stores and stuff. And actually this afternoon I plan on making a quick stop over at Michael's to pick up a few things. The arts and crafts store. And yeah, so we can go into places and stuff like that. And Garrett made a comment that maybe on Wednesday, when he's off of work, Wednesday or Thursday, we will go to dinner or something like that for my birthday. But I have the day off of work on Friday, and I plan on literally staying in my pajamas all day long, reading and cross-stitching. And watching BookTube. That's all that I want to do. That, to me, is a perfect birthday. Absolutely perfect. A trip to Starbucks for a tea, and it's perfect. So that's my big plans. But like I said, I do plan on doing something a little bit different next week for the weekly reads video, because like I said, the vlogs, like, they tend to just be sit down anyway. The lighting is usually really bad. So I think what I might try and do is like do a little bit of like a half vlog and then half just a sit down to talk to you guys like about the books that I read. So we'll see how that works out and how I like it. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that there is going to be some changes to the channel. Nothing major. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be here, so don't worry. You know, I'm looking to change some videos around. I'm looking to do some different types of videos, something more a bit creative maybe. I've got some ideas for author spotlight type videos, you know, a little bit of a more creative way of doing those, and I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so like I said, there'll probably be videos. I used to try and upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I think what I'm going to do for the interim right now, while I'm trying to still work things out and figure out exactly what I'm doing here, or like what I want to do going forward, is I'm going to be putting videos out on Wednesdays. I've got videos set up for Wednesdays every day in March. Of course, it's March Mystery Madness, so I'm going to be putting out mystery videos as well. But I'm going to try and do a couple of Friday Reads videos for you guys as well. We're going to see what happens when I get back to work, like when I'm actually going back into the office, what my timing is going to look like in terms of how much time I have, and whether I film those on Thursday night or Friday morning or what have you. So yeah, there's some changes coming, but they're good. and I'm not going anywhere. So at the end of the day, that's pretty much what this means. And there may be some other things in the works too, and that's all I'm going to say. And yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that little bit of nugget of, what's to come. But yeah, I am so excited as, again, March starts March Mystery Madness and Middle Grade March. So next Saturday here on my channel, I will be doing a live show. There's going to be some other people joining me. We're going to be talking mysteries, romantic suspense, cozy mysteries, thrillers, all the mysterious things. We're just going to be having a nice little get-together chat. And yeah, that's about it, you guys. So until my next video, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.